Day 5 of Women's Health Week, and today's topic is all about sleep. I wanted to jump on here and give a bit of a quick overview on the importance of sleep and how it's pretty much one of the underrated components of health prescription when we go and speak to any of our healthcare providers, GPs, practitioners, whoever that might be. I just feel like it's really, really missing as part of the health component of any chronic and complex health condition. And especially when I'm treating a lot of my women in repairing muscle tissue, I really, really emphasize the importance of sleep in terms of this. And I just thought it would be really important to share on here how much sleep is really important in terms of regenerating muscle tissue and repairing. And I feel like lots of women just don't know this. Sleep is like an anabolic state. It is rejuvenating, it is replenishing, it helps build our immune system, our muscular, skeletal system. It also boosts our hormones or balances our hormones, boosts our metabolism. It also increases our physical energy and helps a lot with brain health. Now, lots of people will go to the gym or do their exercise program and assume that this is the part of their day where they're building up their muscle and they're increasing their strength and increasing their fitness and their function, when in reality is when you're actually breaking it down. And we are actually at this time creating small micro tears inside our muscle tissues that are basically damaged. We're exposed to a physical based stress. Our cortisol levels are pretty high after a workout. We're also causing a fair bit of inflammation. Now, obviously, those levels change based on the intensity of the exercise and how much damage that you're actually doing. But in reality, the exercise part itself is the breaking down of that system. Now, when we're talking about rebuilding, this is anabolic. It's where we're building muscle or we're rebuilding the system. This actually happens in your sleep. Stage 3, or the non-REM sleep, is our deep sleep cycle. And this roughly occurs in the first half of the sleep cycle. And it's roughly between the hours of 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. So this here is where you will be in the most deep sleep. If you are someone that falls into that deep sleep very easily, great. This is most of the time what people struggle with. However, in this cycle or in this deep sleep, in this stage 3, we get more blood flow towards our muscles and tissues, and we also have the chance for those muscles to relax, relieve tension, and help with those symptoms of chronic pain. So if that's something that you struggle with, this part of your sleep phase is really, really important. During this time, we also get a release of what we call growth hormone. And growth hormone is part of the rebuilding system, and it signals to our body to build and repair everything that needs to be repaired or that has been damaged. So along with proteins that we consume in the day, growth hormone helps rebuild our muscle tissue. Now, this time between 10 and 2 is definitely classified as that most rejuvenating part of our sleep. Now, if you miss this, it doesn't just get pushed further back. So if you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, you don't start that first half, you don't really naturally fall into that deep sleep. Our natural flow of hormones tends to be at that time of the day based on circadian rhythms. Now, obviously, this is not textbook rule. It is a little bit different across people. However, most of the time, that part of the night is really important. And if you're not getting to bed at a certain amount, a certain time, or being able to fall into that deep sleep between those hours, you're pretty much missing the opportune window for your growth hormone to be spiking and getting those regenerative and rejuvenating effects of that growth hormone. So if you're someone that is going to the gym or you're training really hard and you're noticing like, I'm just not getting anywhere, I want you to take a bit of a look at what your sleep is actually like. Is it quality? Are you getting enough? Is it at the right time? And have a little think about whether or not this is something that you could improve and see if this helps benefit you in terms of those results that you're looking for in terms of exercise. Now, for me, I work with women's health and I do a lot of core and pelvic floor repair. So, for example, I'm doing exercises that create micro tears in pelvic floor muscle along with the deeper core layers, as well as obviously muscles surrounding the pelvis as well. And if women under those exercise protocols aren't actually getting to that stage 3 of their sleep cycle, they're missing that opportune window, then they're also not getting the benefits of the exercise. So you can see that, like, if you're doing a rehabilitative program or you're working on muscle strength, you really need to be addressing your sleep and seeing whether or not you're actually getting quality sleep. And this is a really hard time for mums, especially if you're a new mum and you've got newborns and the sleep cycle is just completely all over the place. Looking at how you can improve that for you is really, really crucial for getting optimal results from your exercise program. Now, let's talk about the benefits of exercise in terms of improving sleep. There was a study published by the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine that really focused on the effect of a consistent exercise program in terms of sleep quality. Now, 55% of those participants improved their sleep onset. So that was basically like they fell asleep much faster with a consistent exercise program. Now, in terms of the quality of the sleep, they had a 30% improvement in wake time, so they woke up less. They had an 18% improvement in total sleep time. So that was like sleeping across the whole evening. And a 13% improvement in efficient sleep. So that was the quality of the sleep. So that would be going through the phases of the sleep cycle, breath rate, heart rate, all of the responses that are important for sleeping. Now, the key, however, was that the exercise had to be consistent. And if that program was followed for a ongoing amount of time, the benefits of this program came about actually after a couple of weeks rather than straight away. So if you're someone who continually goes in and out of your exercise consistency, sticking to it and being a little bit more consistent with it can definitely help improve your sleep if you find after listening to this, you're someone who actually doesn't have very good sleep patterns. So we can see from this information that not only does sleep really help benefit everything we're doing in terms of exercise and getting results that we want, but the exercise consistency can also improve our sleep. There are like this interlocked relationship that really benefit each other. And if you are constantly doing exercise and you haven't really considered your sleep pattern, or you're really struggling with your sleep pattern, then I would really look at addressing that because they can definitely help each other out. So if you've watched this video and you're thinking, I should probably do something about that, I would highly recommend starting to research a little bit more about sleep quality, how you can improve this, and find yourself some resources that work for you. There are 1,000 different things that you can do to help improve your sleep, from room temperature to creating the right sanctuary for your room, screen time, down training the brain and its mental capacity, because we all know if you can't shut your brain off at nighttime, you can't get to sleep. Different types of food that you can eat, what time of the day you exercise can also impact this, light exposure in the mornings versus the evenings. All of these things can help with your natural circadian rhythm, which is your sleep cycle, or your natural flow of human systems, I guess what you'd call it. So definitely start looking into it because it is so important. I cannot stress enough. And it's the one thing that I really talk about with most of my clients, that they really have this like, oh yeah, I stay up late, don't care about my sleep. So I hope this video has been a little bit informative for you and you've gotten a little bit out of it. Pop some comments below. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, get onto your sleep pattern. I hope it helps and improves all the things that you've been doing. And if you like this, please subscribe to my channel because I'd really love to help reach as many women as I can and help teach them about their health and how their body works. Otherwise, see you in the next episode. See you later.